The story began on an ordinary morning when Kwai dragged herself out of bed for a smoke before getting ready for work. On her way out, she passed by locals watching a news segment about a company called Generic Terra, which claimed it had discovered a method to upload human memories and achieve immortality. When she arrived at the office, her colleague Lee immediately pointed out that she was running late. As she tried to clock in, Kuo abruptly pushed past her to swipe his card first, causing her to be marked as 1 minute late. She complained, handed him the new housing listings, and refused to let the issue go until he apologized and offered to take her to lunch. While Kuo and Lee chatted about the nostalgic charm of their city, Kwai noticed that her glasses prescription suddenly felt wrong. Later at lunch, she suggested trying a new restaurant, but Kuo insisted on their usual spot and dragged her there. Seeing her disappointment, he tried to cheer her up by holding a dumpling close to her face, though her vision issues continued. When he saw the eye drops she was using, he warned her not to trust the company behind them, mocking its new CEO. After discussing an apartment that still had no tenants, they headed back to work. When she asked if he wanted to get tea before returning, he told her to go get her eyes checked instead. After her checkup, Lee complimented her for looking good without glasses and asked for Kuo's opinion. Kuo replied that the glasses actually suited her more. Later that day, they went to the rooftop to burn old documents. While stretching, Kuo saw the Generic Terra building and launched into a rant about how much he hated the company. After lighting their cigarettes, Kwai mentioned she still wanted to try the new restaurant before it closed. Kuo reminded her that their city, Kun, thrived on nostalgia and rejected change. He compared that nostalgic feeling to being in love. Kwai replied that she felt something similar whenever she was around him. Before she could clarify that she didn't mean love itself, he stopped himself from kissing her and teased her about having wrinkles. The next day, Lee asked why she was wearing glasses again, and she explained that they were fake, meant to help her focus until she adjusted to not needing them. Kuo accused her of trying to hide wrinkles and pulled away when she tried wiping a stain off his shirt, claiming he always touched the number 8 whenever he passed one painted on a wall. Later that evening, after finishing his work, he told her to pack up for dinner. She noticed they weren't heading to their usual place, but he ignored her until they reached a busy restaurant chain. He took her on a food tour until she was overwhelmed, then brought her to the Goldfish Tea House. The waiter Jen treated Kuo like a regular, and Kwai became distracted by the goldfish. When she paired iced coffee with watermelon and a cigarette, Kuo froze, saying someone had once said the same thing to him. As they left, Jen commented that he was glad to see Kuo back with his girlfriend. Kwai tried correcting him, but Kuo brushed it off and gifted her a goldfish. Days later, she spent Saturday repainting an apartment. Exhausted from the heat, she nearly fainted, only for Kuo to arrive just in time to catch her. He gave her cold tea and helped finish the last wall. As she watched him work, she realized she was falling in love. The following week, she found him asleep on the office couch and tried to tease him. The moment she leaned in, he abruptly grabbed her hair and kissed her aggressively before waking fully and pushing her away, apologizing and saying he mistook her for someone else. Later, he casually left to get lunch, leaving her confused. While cleaning up his scattered files, she discovered a photo of him with her, one she had no memory of. Disturbed, she clocked out and went to the Goldfish Tea House, where Jen revealed the picture had been taken the night she and Kuo got engaged. On her way home, she received a noise complaint from a tenant and went to investigate. When she knocked on the culprit's door, dozens of creepy teddy bears fell out, nearly giving her a heart attack. The tenant, Yame, explained she was making hundreds of dolls. Noticing Kwai was distracted, Yame offered painkillers, but Kwai showed her the photo instead. Yami insisted the girl in the picture was definitely her. Kwai confessed she had no memory of her past, and Yami suggested she might have repressed it, referencing her own cosmetic surgery and her decision to ignore her former life. Meanwhile, Kuo noticed the photo missing from his drawer and remembered the day he was transferred to the office. When Kwai welcomed him warmly, toured the city with him, insisted he only take her to one specific lunch spot, and shared watermelon juice with him on the rooftop while explaining the charm of Kun. Later, Kwai and Yame tried fried chicken and loved the chef immediately. When Kwai considered confronting Kuo about the photo, Yame suggested she might have amnesia, which could be the reason Kuo hadn't said anything, perhaps waiting for her memory to return. The next day, Kuo invited Kwai to dinner. She suggested the fried chicken place instead of their usual spot. When she reminded him that she once said he felt nostalgic to her, he admitted he felt the same, prompting her to look directly into his eyes. He responded by grabbing her ear and teasing her about wrinkles again. When she refused to go with him, he left without hesitation. Later, Kun's local news announced a free beauty and health consultation with Dr. Miyuki, the CEO Kuo disliked. Kwai and Yame went for the checkup. After several tests, they passed a booth offering cosmetic consultations, and Kwai booked one after remembering Kuo's jokes about her wrinkles. While she filled out the forms, Kuo learned that Jen had abruptly quit working at the tea house. At the jewelry cart outside, Yami helped Kwai pick earrings similar to the ones in the photo. The next day, when Kwai entered the office wearing them, Kuo froze in shock. He approached as if trying to confirm something, but exploded when she admitted they were clip-ons. He accused her of pretending to be someone she wasn't and stormed out. Devastated, she broke down at Yami's place, while Kuo hid in an alley to deal with his own emotions. The following morning, Kuo apologized, blaming a bad day. Kwai accepted but declared she would only forgive him if she got to choose their lunch spot. He compromised with dinner. That night, he tried fried chicken for the first time and loved it, and she teased him for refusing it earlier. When he held her hand to keep her from stepping into a puddle, they both felt overwhelmed, and he let go before walking off alone toward the generic Terra building. Soon after, Kwai visited Dr. Miyuki for her consultation. He examined her face and abruptly concluded that her wrinkles had no history, implying they had not formed naturally over time. He suggested her missing memories might never have existed and leaned in disturbingly close before wiping her lipstick off. Horrified, she stormed out with Yame. In a flashback, she and Kuo had once stopped by her apartment when he felt overheated after helping a senior citizen. He confessed he had never been inside a woman's home before. She teased him for it, then welcomed him in for water while she stepped onto the balcony for a smoke. Later, Kwai applied new makeup to avoid more traumatic encounters with anyone like Dr. Miyuki. At the office, Miyuki arrived unexpectedly, causing tension. When he made flirtatious comments toward Kwai, Kuo confronted him. Miyuki responded by pulling Kwai in for an uninvited kiss before leaving arrogantly. After work, Kuo helped Kwai carry a new fish tank home. While she assembled it, he noticed she still kept her toothbrush in the same place as before. But after spotting one of Yame's creepy dolls, he abruptly left. The next morning, he found a sunflower on his desk. She explained it was to thank him for helping with the tank. Their co-worker Shahi arrived asking for help finding a new apartment. Kuo teased her about owning too many clothes before Kwai dragged her out on apartment tours. Hours later, Shahi fell in love with a tiny room, and Kuo took them to the rooftop, where they found a patch of sunflowers. That night, Kwai bought a watermelon but dropped a coin. A masked, green-haired man returned it silently. Elsewhere, two maids gossiped in a mansion about Dr. Miyuki possibly being an illegitimate son. The same green-haired man appeared there, revealing himself as someone close to Miyuki. When Miyuki asked his opinion of Kwai, the man admitted she looked disturbingly identical to someone from the past.